All right, everyone, so in this video, I'm going to share some different YouTube setups for under $100. Last week, we did a video setup for under $1,000, but today we're doing it under $100. It's understandable. A lot of people just don't have money to throw up front to start creating YouTube channels. They want to do it on a budget, and that is what we're going to do here in this video. I'm going to give you multiple different audio options and then multiple different video options for creating high-quality content. The truth is, you don't have to spend a lot of money to start creating YouTube videos. You look at some of the most successful YouTubers today, and they started with essentially nothing. They started with maybe a webcam. They started with their phone potentially. So there's a lot of options out there, and I don't want you to think that not having the proper fancy equipment is going to hold you back, because in reality, 98% of it is how much effort you're putting into it, and then the other 2% actually relies on the actual quality of your particular recording device or your camera. So that's what it comes down to. But I'm going to leave links to all these different devices down in the description below, different products that you can pick up on, mostly on Amazon, for less than $100 in total for a total YouTube setup. Now, I mentioned this in the previous video when we talked about the $1,000 setup, that in my opinion, if you're going to spend money on a budget and you only have $100, the truth is you're not going to really be able to buy a high quality camera for less than $100. It's just going to be difficult to do that, and it's certainly not going to be better than most phone cameras today. So the truth is, if you only have $100, you're probably going to want to consider doing one of two things for the actual video quality. Now, one of them is to use your phone. So I think it's a great option. Phones can really take a lot of great video footage today, but if you're using maybe a flip phone and that's not an option, then you do have other options for creating YouTube videos. And one of them is just by doing voiceovers or using your computer to screen record. I'm going to show you some screen recording software that you can use, as well as some video editing software that you can use that are all free to use and get started with. Okay, so let's talk about some of the first audio devices here. Now, the first one I want to discuss is actually just your phone's microphone. So your phone's onboard microphone, or any camera that you might have that has an onboard microphone. What you want to do with this, if you want to work with this without spending any money, is to, instead of recording a video with your phone out here and it's a few feet away from you, actually see if you can plug in some type of headphones and then run them up through your shirt, or somehow connect it so that it's very close to your mouth when you're talking. Sometimes people even hang something from the ceiling, but you want the microphone to be as close to your mouth as possible, obviously not too close, but as close to your mouth as possible so that it's able to capture the audio without getting the background noise, without getting the traffic that might be outside of your apartment, without capturing all that other noise. So you want it to be pretty close to you. So I've seen people run up microphones up through their shirt and just put them right here, kind of like what I have here, but they're using just their Apple earbuds or their other types of headphones, and they just put the microphone right here on their collar, and it gets better audio. So that's just a little tip there. But if you are looking to spend some money on some audio equipment, there's three options here that you could consider. One of them is this Zoom H1. Now, I mentioned this in the previous video, but this is definitely my go-to for recording. This is what I'm recording with right now. So if you like the audio quality here, this device is about $96. You might see a different model of it on Amazon, but it's about $96, and I think it's one of the best options because you can do it out in the field, you can do interviews, you can unplug this lavalier microphone and actually interview people and use it as a microphone. It's very versatile, and I think it's a good option. But we talked about that previously, so we're not going to get into it too much. Now, there's other options available. One of them is right here. This is the blue Snowball microphone. This is something that I used when I first started on YouTube. And the thing about this is it's actually a USB microphone. So this is perfect for people who are maybe doing screen recordings or are able to make videos in their room or in their apartment, and they're able to plug this into a laptop and run the wire somewhere and be able to sit down or just stand and have it slightly out of frame, and it could be a great option for a lot of people. And this is about $42 on Amazon for the lower end version, and then about $68 or $69 for the upper end version of this blue Snowball. But this thing really does work wonders. It's so much better than just using some type of onboard audio device like on your camera or on your phone. So just making that little $40-some investment can really make a big difference. Now, another one that I want to show you, and this is really important to mention because this is what a lot of podcasters use, it's this blue Yeti microphone. So the other one was a blue Snowball. This one is the blue Yeti microphone. This is pretty hefty, pretty big, but it's great for putting on your desk or putting in the room and being able to record with it. Now, I've also seen people take something like this and actually hang it from the ceiling. You don't want to hang it from the wire, but they hang it from the ceiling right above them, so that it's slightly out of frame, but it can create really great audio quality. Now, the thing about this one is a little bit more expensive. It's essentially just a higher end version of this, but it's about $127 for this. So a little bit over $100, but if you're willing to make that jump, I think it's definitely something that can significantly increase the quality of your audio. The downside of this, well, you're probably not going to be walking around in the field interviewing people with this massive thing running around. So you're probably just not going to do that. But those are some 4 different audio options for you. You have the Zoom H1, which is my favorite by far. You have just your regular phone recording with maybe some headphones going up through your shirt to create some recordings. Or you can think about the Blue Snowball or the Blue Yeti. All those are going to be down in the description for links for those. But let's talk about video quality. And this is what's really important here. How are you actually going to create quality videos without, really spending a lot of money on a camera? Because this camera that I'm using right here was about $650. Most cameras are going to be probably at that range or higher for video quality that is 1080 or better. So I wouldn't really suggest using video quality that's 720 or lower, 480 or 240 something. You just don't probably want to go with that low video quality. So your options here with just $100, it's going to be a little tricky. Now, you could use your phone. That's what I would really suggest doing. If you're going to use your phone, what I would suggest doing is actually find some natural lighting. So you can use lighting in your apartment or in your house, but if you want to get the best possible lighting, I'll give you an example right here. If you see, when I first started my channel, I actually went to a classroom. I found an empty classroom at Penn State, and I started filming because there was this really big window that I would put the camera right in front of, and this would give some really nice lighting. So the key here, if you're going to film with your phone, is to find the best possible lighting, something with a lot of light, but not hard lighting, so that your phone's actually able to capture really good video quality. And you'll probably notice that if you try to film with your phone in low light, it just can't handle it because it's going to start to make the video sort of fuzzy. You're going to see that it's just not looking very high quality, and that's because there's not enough light for that phone to capture it. So that's the biggest tip. Find a lot of light. Find a lot of light. You could get some light boxes like this, some soft boxes. Now these were about $60 some, so it's going to be a sacrifice. I would personally suggest if you're going for under $100 for the total setup, I would go without these lights and just find natural window lighting somewhere where there's a lot of it. Now another option is to consider using a webcam. You can use one that shoots 1080, something like this Logitech webcam. That's about $60 some, about $66 in total, and this can create pretty nice quality footage. This is especially useful if your onboard webcam on your computer is not very high quality, which I'm sure it's probably not, but maybe this is better than your phone as well. Maybe you have an older phone, maybe an iPhone 4 or an iPhone 5, and the video quality is not that great on it. So because of that, you could consider using something like a webcam like this one. There's a lot of these on Amazon that are available for $50 or less and can really help get that nice video quality, or at least decent video quality. Now, in my personal opinion, if you are trying your best to find a way to be able to create videos and you're doing tutorials, then I would consider getting something like a webcam for your computer. So something like this Logitech webcam, and then getting something like this Blue Snowball microphone, and this will all be under $100. So this is about $40 some. The webcam is about $60. That'll get you the perfect setup for doing web tutorials or something on your computer, or just sitting in front of your computer and talking if you're doing those style of videos. I think that's the perfect setup for less than $100. So there are other factors that are in play besides just recording the audio and recording the video. You want to think about how you're actually going to edit this video. How are you going to export this video and upload this video? And this could be a problem that other people face as well. So look, if you need to edit this video, because I'm sure you're not going to be able to just turn on the camera or turn on your phone or recording device and do it in one take without cutting anything, then you're probably going to want to have some video editing software. Now, there are some free video editing software out there available. You could consider using something like Windows Movie Maker or iMovie. Now, I don't prefer those. I don't use them because I just don't think that they're very high quality. They don't give that many options. So there are some other ones that are still free that you can use that are better than Movie Maker or iMovie, and that's something like using Davinci Resolve, which is something that is free to use. You could also use something like Shotcut. Those are both pretty decent free video editing software. Or what I would really suggest doing, if you can afford to spend the extra money, is spend the $20, I think it's $20.99 per month on Adobe Premiere Pro. This is the video editing software that I use. This is the video editing software that most YouTubers and even filmmakers use to create their videos. So even movies that you see in Hollywood are actually created through Adobe Premiere Pro, through that editing software. And it could be a little bit difficult to learn at first, but luckily we have the internet and YouTube videos, which you can learn and self-teach yourself on everything that you want to learn about how to actually edit videos. That's what I've been doing, and it's been working quite well over time. You just pick up different skill sets that you would have not otherwise had if you didn't have this video editing software. So maybe about $20, $21 per month for Adobe Premiere Pro. It's an option if you want to sink some money into that, or you could go with those free options as well that I just mentioned. I'll leave some links to those as well down in the description. You also want to think about if you're going to record videos on your computer. If you want to do some screen recording, the best option by far, something that I use, it's called OBS. So OBS software, it's screen recording software, totally free, never paid a dime for it, and I use it very, very often. So if you are doing some type of web tutorials, that could be an option. But look, you don't have to spend a lot of money on video recording or audio equipment. I know personally some of my older YouTube channels, some of them you have never seen before, but they are still racking up views. Some of them were literally just PowerPoints. So I would create PowerPoint slides and I would just go through the PowerPoint and talk and narrate over it with this microphone. The whole setup was about $40-some and it got me a decent amount of views, and the channels were growing at the time. I abandoned them now because I didn't like them very much, but it was still a great way to get started on YouTube. So many options out there for you. I really hope that you find success on YouTube. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. I'll try to help everybody as much as possible. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see everybody in the next video.